Hey there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the channel. Today on Tundra Tactical, we continue to baffle the handful of viewers who still think we know what we're doing by further analyzing what it means to be a FUD. So don't forget to like the video, stay tuned, thanks for watching, and let's start the show. It seems last week's video rustled a few jimmies, and because we'll do almost anything for any kind of attention, we're taking another look at what makes a FUD a FUD. Last week, we talked about things like technical incompetence and FUDs being the fun police, and that made people mad. Well, I have a message for the folks out there who obviously don't get the theme of this channel. We are not trying to tell you what or how to think, even though for some of you that would be probably impossible.
All right, I'm gonna go cry.
We're just trying to tell you that what you're currently thinking of and all of the decisions you made are wrong.
Fight me, haters!
There is hope though. One decision you can make that is not wrong is checking out Sonoran Desert Institute. If you're looking to make your way in the gun industry the right way and not just flopping from range to range, working behind a counter, helping out all the different types of people we make fun of, then Sonoran Desert Institute is definitely the way to go. They're gonna teach you to put down the Dremel and turn off your dad's clapped out bandsaw and become a real gunsmith. Thanks SDI for the support of the channel, and Tundra Nation, make sure to check them out today. FUDs have a tendency to vastly overestimate their own abilities in order to justify their crazy theories and outdated practices. Despite losing the battle of the bulge, FUDs believe that they're just as capable as good old Jerry Miculek.
And your fantasies can't ever be quenched, can they?
It's honestly getting hard to tell if they're lying or simply have gone delusional from long-term exposure to hops and lead paint. This delusion leads to things like carrying a revolver because they only need, what, 6 shots? What most of these guys don't realize is that firing on the range and under stress are two totally different things.
No way. Yes way.
That's why responsible firearms owners take classes and train instead of copying what they've seen in Westerns. Don't even lie. We all know you've been practicing the fan the hammer technique with that dollar store cap gun like a wannabe Clint Eastwood. Somehow that's worse than the cringy airsofters who tell everyone that they're training to join the military when they couldn't even qualify to work at the Salvation Army. FUDs also love to believe that they could take down a small army of people wielding AR-15 poodle poppers with just their sporterized Enfields. Guys, just because it's a bolt-action rifle does not make it a sniper, especially when you're shooting groups that look like a scatterplot drawn by Michael J. Fox using his left hand. Ian and Carl from InRange did a great video explaining this point, but FUDs don't trust those long-haired commie hippies. While you may think that you're Chris Kyle, the decorated Navy SEAL sniper, you're actually Kurt Kyler, the assistant manager at the #2 McDonald's in your small town, with only 2 McDonald's. You know, on the topic of milsurps, why do FUDs have an irrational desire to butcher old guns? I mean, it made some sense when milsurps were cheap and plentiful, but they're still doing it to this day. The horrific acts of mutilation that FUDs have done to these poor rifles far exceed the war crimes done with said rifles. It only takes a Dremel and a dream to turn a beautiful piece of military history into an abomination that wishes for the sweet, sweet release of death. Perhaps the worst part of this phenomenon is the sheer pride they have in their dark deeds. FUDs will take numerous poorly taken pictures of their affronts to God and plaster them all over social media for the world to see. Actually, you know what? I take that back. The worst thing that they do is pass these guns along to family members under the guise of some misguided form of an honorific after they have the good grace to shuffle off the mortal coil, thus perpetuating the myth of sporterizing classic firearms and giving birth to a whole new generation of super FUDs. If you're gonna do disgusting things, at least have the decency to feel shameful afterwards like the rest of us degenerates. Your best bet in life is to pray that they eventually come up with a vaccine for stupidity, but honestly, I wouldn't hold my breath. Actually, wait a second. Maybe you should. Now, if you're still around, chances are you get the bit or are furiously typing a flaming pile of garbage response to this video in the comment section. please allow me to interrupt your flame session to let you know that you can respond to me live on our Twitch channel right here each and every day starting at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. All right, back to the show. One of the most defining features of a Fudd, and perhaps the most obvious red flag, is their insane stubbornness. A well-adjusted person picks and chooses the hills that they're willing to die on with care, but not Fudds. It seems that everything they believe is absolute and without fault.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
This is best seen with their fanatical support of their scion company. That's right, folks, you guessed it, Springfield Armory. It should come as no surprise that Fudds love Springfield because they both have a little too much nostalgia for the good old days while ignoring how things have changed in real life. Fun fact, the Springfield Armory of today has absolutely no relation to the Springfield Armory that manufactured weapons for the US military.
Oh, this is disgusting. What is that? Is that Branson? Is that a tap-dancing crab demon?
The modern Springfield Armory, the trash tier company, crawled into the corpse of the original in order to confuse people into buying their products. Bet you didn't know that. The first big product was the M1A, a civilian version of the service rifle that was outdated the day it was released. Well, at least everything checks out so far. They also make 1911s, which the good Springfield Armory did as well to further this deception. As most of us know, Springfield's other major product line is the XD series of guns, I guess? They are a licensed clone of a Croatian budget gun with a few tweaks and double the price tag. Fudds will defend the grip safety that has a tendency to lock the pistol closed with a round in the chamber because I guess it's safer than tried and tested various other methods of keeping your gun in a safe condition. On top of all of that, Springfield was caught red-handed supporting restrictive gun control legislation in exchange for an exemption.
Nice.
Look, all right, I used to be an idiot. I mean, more of an idiot than I am right now. But okay, you know what? Actually, we all know that's not true. I owned a Springfield XD in 45. However, a key part of life, like we said earlier, is growing and adapting as you learn more and more about the world around you. I sold that Croatian rolling dumpster fire and got a much better gun from a company that was not trying to sell my rights. Instead, Fudds are willing to die on every worthless hill related to the things they love because they refuse to change. They continue to fall deeper into their circle jerk echo chamber because the perception of being right is more important than actually being correct. Yeah, Fudds are kind of like being in a cult, except it's almost 100% dudes. We have literally spent tens of minutes working hard-ish to rid the world of the Fudd problem. After an exhaustive amount of research, we may have just found the answer. Let me ask you, have you ever caught yourself typing aggressively 2 world wars on some random YouTube video when somebody criticizes the 1911?
Yes, definitely.
Do you get scared every time somebody tries to fire a gun faster than 1 round every 3 seconds?
Please, no more.
Have you told somebody that they don't need an AR-15 because the M1 Garand is far superior?
We fear change.
If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you should consider a look at the Fudd Rehabilitation Center. Located conveniently near the Ram Ranch, they can help you become less of a skid mark on the gun community. Their world-renowned curriculum includes courses such as why bolt actions are obsolete for self-defense, how to let other people enjoy things, actual ballistics and not just made-up fairy tales, firearms myth-busting, and much, much more. The best part is you're still allowed to enjoy your favorite guns. The program is designed to open your mind to various advancements in firearms technology that makes some of our favorite classics, well, just a bit outdated. So have fun at the range with your 1911, 44 Magnum, or even your M1A. If you decide that the Fudd Rehabilitation Center is the right choice for you, tell them the Tundra Nation sent you. On second thought, that might not be the world's greatest idea. Thanks for watching, folks. Drop us a like if you enjoyed the video and make sure to check out these 2 cripplers right here. And don't forget to tune in next week when we still don't know what the f we're doing.